Michelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with y'all today. So for today's video, I am going to be going over my knitting plans and goals for 2023. Yes, y'all, I'm still getting used to saying 2023. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so one of my goals is to knit patterns from different designers. I don't want to get hung up on one designer. So today I am going to be sharing patterns by 13 different knitwear designers. So I'm really excited about that. So another goal that I have is I want to knit with bright, bold colors. Y'all, the neutrals are fine, the pastels are fine, but enough with the beige. Beige, 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 neutrals, neutrals, neutrals. It's all I saw last year. I need color. I need pinks and purples and greens and blues and bright colors. I need to see it. I need to see some reds. Oh, just beautiful, bright, jewel tone colors is what I need to see. Now, I don't mind pastel colors, but even with the pastel colors, I like the soft greens and the soft blues and the soft pinks. So even the pastel colors, I need them to be colorful and bright. So yes, y'all, 2023 needs to be the year of color. Okay, y'all, moving on. So a goal that I have is to finish my whips, my works in progress that were left over from 2022. I have two of them. The first one is my Novice Cardigan, which is actually finished, but it is blocking on the table right now. So I will show you all more about the Novice Cardigan and my process and all that great stuff in another video. But I have put the buttons on, and I soaked it for a few hours yesterday, and then I laid it out to block on the mat overnight. It is a large cardigan and it is bulky weight, so I'm thinking it's gonna take a couple of days to fully dry, but I'm in no rush. But I am excited to wear it though. I love it. It fits so well. So the second pattern that I have that was left over from last year is my Sophie Shawl, and I've gotten pretty far with it. But I will have to admit that I did kind of lose motivation for it because I was hyper focused on my Novice cardigan, okay? Hyper focused, y'all. And so I kind of just let this go by the wayside, but I am back. And this knit is just one of those knits that I take everywhere with me. I take it to the doctor's office. I take it like if I'm waiting in the Walmart pickup line. It's one of those things that I can just work on because it's so simple. It's just the knit stitch, really. I mean, there's a little I-cord in there, but it's not too bad. But this is how far I've gotten so far. It's really long. And let's see if I can show you. I have actually started the decreases. So yeah, I have started the decreases. And of course, when I block this, I'm going to make sure that I have this more like a point. So I'll block it, stretch it out to a point, and then block it. But it is beautiful. Yes, so I'm still working on this, and I talk more about like the yarn content. Well, it is blue face luster. I can tell you that it's blue face luster. But I do talk about this a little bit more in my other videos. But yeah, it's wonderful. All right, y'all. So moving on to the next one. This year, I am participating in Casey of Young Folk Knits Knit Along, and I'm really excited about it. Unfortunately, I did have a family emergency, and so I have not been able to start on it yet, which is a bummer, but it's okay. The cow runs, I think, through the end of March, so I was hoping to get started like on the first day, but it didn't happen, and you know what? That is okay. But I will show you all the yarn that I am using and the pattern that I'm using, or that I'm going to make for it. Let's see here. Well, yep, Swiss yarn. So I am going to be making the Year-Round Popover by Melissa Georges, aka Homebody Fibers on Instagram. And I will leave a link to all of these projects in the description box below. Yes, that is what I'm going to be using. And I have to admit that part of the reason why I haven't started, in addition to family responsibilities, is I am a little bit intimidated by the provisional cast on. I think the provisional cast on is done with a crochet hook, which I have plenty of those. Yeah, I think that's how it's done. I'm definitely going to have to watch a tutorial about it, because I have no idea how to do a provisional cast on. So if you all have any good tips on doing that sort of cast on, let me know. That would be fantastic. And another thing that I have to learn, I think it's an Italian bind off. Yeah, I think that's in the pattern too. I have no idea how to do that. No idea how to do that. So that will be something else I will have to learn, of course. But y'all know that I am a continuous student of YouTube University. Okay? Continuous student. I will never graduate from that university, like ever. So yes. Let's see. What else did I want to tell you all? Oh, the provisional cast on. I think what makes me nervous is, okay, so from what I understand, you do the cast on with the crochet hook, but then you have to take it out, and then that makes live stitches on the other side or something like that. And I think that's so that you can pick up the stitches for the neckline or something, or that it folds better. Y'all, I have no idea. No idea. I will say that this lovely popover sweater is a top-down circular yoke, so I'm excited about that. Looking at my Novice cardigan, it's also a circular yoke, and I was a little bit nervous about making circular yokes, because I feel like with my shoulders my shoulders are wide, I don't think circular yokes, or I didn't think that circular yokes would be good for me. I thought that raglans would be better, but I'm going to go ahead and make this popover. I think it's going to be great, because I looked at some of the pictures from people that had finished the sweater, and like from the testers, and they look amazing. And some of them had similar shaped shoulders as I did, and they look fantastic. So I think, you know, it's going to work out for me. But the yarn that I'm using is Knit Picks Swish. It's a worsted weight yarn in the Amethyst Heather colorway. 110 grams, no, 110 yards, 50 grams. Y'all, this yarn is super, super soft. It is a number 4, 100% fine superwash merino wool. Yes. I'm excited to use it. And of course, you all know that I love the color. So yes, I'm going to be working with this, and I'm excited to get started. All right. I think that's all I wanted to tell you all about that one. Of course, y'all know I have my notes. Also, it is cold in here. Like when I record, I have to turn, like, either I have to turn the AC unit off, or I have to turn the heating unit off. And so it is super cold in here. So I've got my crochet blankie. This is my blankie that I keep in the office. And so yes, it is keeping me really toasty and warm, and it goes all the way down to the floor. So yeah, so if you see anything peeking up, it is my blanket. Okay, so moving on, I would like to knit at least one summer top, and I want to use cotton. I have a ton of wool, but I want to use cotton. I think that would be great, because y'all, North Carolina summers are excruciating hot. So I need to knit with some cotton. Now, the problem is I don't really know a good cotton to use. So if you all could recommend me a really good cotton yarn, you know, I think I would prefer 100% cotton, but if you all could recommend me a good brand for that, that would be fantastic. But I definitely want to knit with more cotton. I have in my shop, I have cotton it's it's 100 no, it's 50% superwash merino wool and 50% cotton, which is great. I might try to use that, but I think I want to try something that's 100% cotton. I have felt Pima cotton before, and it is super soft. So I don't know what kind of cotton I want to use, but if you all have a particular brand that you like, let me know in the description box below. And the project that I'm thinking about making is called the Perfect Knit T-shirt by Caitlin Barthold. And it's a raglan style t-shirt that's worked from the top down. So I'm excited about that. And the first few rounds of this t-shirt for the neckline is worked flat. And then the rest of the t-shirt is worked in the round. So it shouldn't be too difficult. I like the sleeve length on it. I really like for my sleeves to kind of come down a little bit past my shoulders. And so yeah, I think that's going to be really fun. And the great thing about North Carolina summers is that they last forever. Like, it's still hot in October, and some years it's hot in November. So even if I, you know, like, I have plenty of time to make this t-shirt, because I will, like, even if I was to make the t-shirt in August, I would still have like 2 more months to wear it, because that is just North Carolina summers. Okay, so another goal that I want to do is I want to challenge myself to more complex patterns, because I get easily intimidated by patterns, especially like if I read through like on Ravelry, the things you need to know, the techniques. I get so intimidated, and that stops me from making a lot of things. So I want to do more complex patterns, and one pattern that I want to knit is the Farpoint Shawl by Vanessa Smith Designs. I really want to make that one. For you Trekkies out there, Farpoint was the first episode of Star Trek Next Generation, and aka TNG, aka Next Gen for you Trekkies out there. Yes, so I'm excited about that. And this shawl does require 3 colors. And so right now I'm trying to decide, what do I want my main color to be? Do I want it to be like red for the command staff? Do I want it to be teal for like the science and the medical staff? Or do I want it to be gold like the engineering and security staff? So I'm not sure which one I want to do yet, but I definitely want to do it. And the shawl does have 4 baubles on it. Now, you all know how I feel about baubles, but 4, I can handle 4 baubles. So that'll be fun. And Vanessa just has a brilliant mind. Like, seriously, like a super brilliant mind. Just check out her patterns on Ravelry. They are amazing. But just the way she puts things together, and they're so complex and so unique, and I love that. And I've been hearing a lot about how people are expressing their opinions about patterns that look alike and have the same construction, and you know, I have noticed that, but I can definitely tell y'all that Vanessa's patterns are unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, I can't think of any designs that are close to her designs. She's amazing, and I actually am very intimidated by her patterns, which is why I haven't made any. But she always tells me, like, I got your back, and she does. Like, if I have a question about anything, she will answer it, but I have to admit, I am intimidated by her patterns. All right, so moving on to my next goal is I want to make baby knits because I have a friend who is having a baby later on this year, and I'm so excited to make things for her. And I want to make sure that these projects that I make, I want them to be machine washable. So in terms of fiber, I'm thinking either cotton, acrylic, or superwash merino wool. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about that. And also, these patterns, they have to be something that the baby's parents can easily take off. You know, like undo a few buttons or a few clasps or whatever. It has to be something that's easy on and easy off. So I'm thinking of quite a few projects. The first one is the Little Sisters Romper by Petite Knit. It has buttons on it, so it'll be easy to take off, easy to put on. If if the parents have to change a diaper, they have little buttons down at the bottom. You can just pop those off, change the diaper, and then pop them right back on. So I really think that's going to be a fun one. If you all have any suggestions on like baby knits or how to care for them or what's the best fiber, let me know. I love babies, but I know very little about babies. So yeah, some advice would be great on like the best things to make for them, the best fibers to use, and things like that. Okay, so the next one I have is super cute, and it is the Playdate Cardigan by Tin Can Knits. I love this one. I love the cute little pockets. That's so cute. I love that. And I just think the pattern, like the cardigan, would be super cute over like a dress or like a pair of onesies. That would be super cute. Or like some little pants. Super, super cute. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I don't think I'll be able to make all of these all at once, but you know what? Babies grow so fast that I feel like I will be making baby knits throughout the year and just sending them down to the parents. Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing. And the last one that I want to make is the Basic Baby Hat by Heather Tucker. And this is just a quick knit. It's great for stash busting. It does not take a lot of yarn at all, and I think it'll be a really nice quick knit, and I don't think that the baby can have too many hats. I really, really don't. So that'll be a really good one. All right, y'all, moving on to my next goal. I want to make hats for friends and for family, and I'm thinking of making these in acrylic yarn only because I'm not sure who has a wool allergy or who doesn't. I'm really not sure. So I'm probably going to do these as surprise gifts. So I would hate to like make something for someone out of wool and then it turns out that they're allergic. So I think I'm going to use acrylic for that. I'm really not sure what brand of acrylic I want to use. So let me know what your favorite brand of acrylic yarn is. I would love that. I would prefer something that is 100% acrylic yarn. So that way I know that it should be good for their skin. Yeah, so that should be good. And it'll be machine washable because I would hate to make a wool hat for somebody and it felts or, even with the superwash, like I don't want them to have to hand wash everything or feel bad for putting it in the machine. So I want to make more hats for them. And the hat that I am thinking about using is the 2x2 hat by Anne Gonin. And I'm about to make one for myself. I went ahead and caked up the yarn. So this is the yarn. And it is by Indigo Mountain Dye Works. And it is a DK weight. And the colorway is called Mouse Gray. I say that's pretty accurate. And it is Peruvian Highland wool, non-superwash. It is 240 yards, 100 grams. And it is hand-dyed in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina, which is cool. I love going through those mountains. Those mountains in Blue Ridge, y'all, if you ever come to North Carolina, check them out. They are beautiful mountains. As you can tell, I love the mountains. I love the beach as well, but the mountains, they might have a slight edge over the beach. I don't know. Are you a mountain person or a beach person? Let me know. But anyway, this is the yarn that I'm going to use for my 2x2 hat. yeah, so this is what I'm going to use. And as far as the ones for my friends and family, I'm going to find a nice acrylic that I can make this this hat for them as well. I love the ribbing on that hat. I love the crown on that hat. So yeah, it'll be fun. And I like the option of either like wearing it a little bit slouchy or folding the brim up. So yeah, that's going to be super fun. All right, so the next goal is I want to make a vest. I really enjoyed making the Awan vest by Bash Harry, and so now I'm like on a vest kick and I want to make another vest. So the vest that I'm thinking about using or making is the Stockholm Slipover by Petite Knit, and this particular cardigan, not cardigan, I like to say vest, but in the pattern it says slip over. I think vest and slip over are the same thing. I'm not sure. Let me know if you know, but I call it a vest. But anyway, what I like about this vest is the neckline. Now, she does have another vest that is a V-neck, and it's really nice, but I do wear V-necks, but I think it's called like a crew neck. I prefer that. So yes, that's what I really like about this pattern. And it is worked from the top down. And it does have slanting shoulders. And basically those shoulders are created using short rows. Now y'all, I have never knitted short rows before. I have no idea how to do that. So that will definitely be a new skill that I will need to learn. That is for sure. And also, I read through and this pattern does call for an Italian bind off. So yeah. All right, moving on. I want to use up my random skeins of sock and fingering weight yarn. Y'all, this fly. I want to work on that because over here I have so many like one-off skeins of sock weight yarn and fingering weight yarn. This is lace weight. That I want to use. Now, in terms of yarn, I actually prefer DK, worsted, or bulky weight yarn. And I don't really use a lot of sock yarn or fingering weight yarn, or definitely lace weight yarn. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. I have been on Ravelry looking to see what I can make. I do know that Jackie of Crochet ADHD, she is having a shawl-la-long, and so I'm thinking about making a shawl with like some of these like one skein smaller weight yarns. So I'm thinking about doing that. But I definitely want to use these up because some of them have been here for a long time, and my stash is really, really small, but still like I want my stash to be filled with more like garment size sweater quantities, or either like just, you know, I want to know what I'm going to make with it, and I want to make it in DK or higher weight. And so I really do think that doing a shawl will be a good idea for the fingering weight. I also thought of like fingerless mitts or something like that would be great for like all of this smaller weight yarn that I have. Okay, so moving on. I want to make the Felix Cardigan by Amy Christophers. I want to make more cardigans in general, and I have a whole list of cardigans that I want to make, and I think I'm going to make a separate video on cardigans that I recommend. I'll probably do like a little bundle or something like that, but yeah, I definitely want to make that one next, and the yarn that I want to use for it is Drops Big Merino Unicolor. It is a superwash treated fine merino wool, 100% wool. And let's see, this color is color number 14. See, I thought that there was an actual colorway, but anyway, let's see, it is a 50-gram ball, 1.8 ounces, 75 meters, 82 yards. I feel like this was like a forest green or something like that. You might have to go on the Drops website to see what the actual color is. But anyway, here it is. It is beautiful. I'm so excited to use this beautiful green color. Yes. super excited about that. Now, a little bit about this cardigan. It is a raglan, so I'm excited to use a raglan design. And it also has this beautiful like eyelet motif right here at the shoulders, and so I'm excited about that. So when I'm doing the increases, I'm going to be making like that eyelet motif. So I don't know how that's going to be done, but I'm certainly going to find out. And also, this cardigan does require some short rows in the neck. And so, you know, I'll have to learn short rows for this. And yeah, I love it because I wear cardigans every day. Every day. I'm not a big sweater person because like if I get warm, I need to be able to take that thing off. If I get cold, I need to be put it on. And so that's what I love about cardigans, that they're easy on, easy off, and you can layer with them. So yes, I'm definitely all about the cardigans. All right, y'all, I'm back. I just had to step away because the roofer got here, and so we're having some roof work done. We had a terrible storm a few weeks ago, so getting that done. So if you hear anything, we have someone on top of the house on the roof. So anyway, getting back to my next goal, and that is I want to support smaller knitting channels. I love watching YouTube. I probably watch YouTube more than I do like streaming or cable or, you know, regular TV or whatever. But I love watching YouTube channels. What I like to do is I like to get my cue ready and I just watch them over and over again throughout the day. And it's great company to have. Like when I'm knitting, I can just, you know, watch them as I'm knitting, and it's a lot of fun. But I want to support some of the smaller ones. There are definitely some bigger yarn channels that I watch that I love, and I like when YouTube recommends other channels as well, other smaller channels. So I've been finding a lot of good new knitting channels. So throughout the year, I am going to be recommending channels for you all, some big, some small, and I actually have about 20 different channels that I want to recommend. And so I'm probably going to put those as a part of my knit and chat videos. And yeah, I'll be recommending probably a few at a time throughout the year. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so I'm going to recommend different knitting channels. Some will be French channels. Some will be, I'm trying to think, I might even put a little bit of loom knitting in there. I'm not sure. But yeah, so they will definitely be around knitters. And then I'm going to also do it for crocheting as well, because there's some really good, I'm sure there's some really good crochet channels out there that I just haven't found. But yeah, so I'm going to be recommending more of those. All right, so my next goal is I would like to reach 10,000 subscribers. Until I would say probably 2021. Yeah, around like the tail end of 2020, starting with 2021, I actually started paying attention to the metrics and the analytics of my YouTube channel. And I don't know, just the numbers have never really been important to me. But now that, you know, I have surpassed 7,000 and making my way on to 8,000, I thought to myself, wow, like, could I realistically make 10,000 subscribers this year? And so that would be, that is definitely a goal of mine. And making and editing videos is like a form of therapy for me. I love it. Some people do not like the editing process of videos, but I really enjoy it. I usually will just make myself a cup of tea and I will just edit away, and I just love editing. I also like the prep work for videos. So there's a ton of prep work that goes involved, you know, that's involved. I have to get B-roll clips together and overlay pictures, and to me, that is fun. So, you know, I've really been investing in my channel over the last few years, and, you know, getting mics and lights and working on my audio and doing all that good stuff. And I really do feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm happy with my setup. It wasn't that I was unhappy in the past, but through doing more research, I was like, oh, you know, I could change this out or I could change that out. And I really like my setup. And I've been doing this for 8 years, going on 8 years, because I started August 2015. And it's just so exciting. It really, really is exciting. And just, you know, for those who continuously watch my channel or, you know, watch my videos, I really, really appreciate it so much. So much. And so if you all could just share my videos, that would be great. But I feel like I have such a good support system, and I always look forward to reading the comments, and I love to see when newer people have made comments, but I also get people that that I can tell have been following my channel for a long time, and they are always the ones making comments, and I love those. It's kind of like I feel like I'm getting to know people that way, and so it's really cool to have like a little conversation, you know, in the comment section or in my, you know, my YouTube community tab. And so I think, like, in addition to editing and doing the prep work and stuff, I would say my favorite part has to be like the interaction with people in the comments. I am a very introverted person, and I know it may not always come off that way in my videos because it's just me. Like, I'm in here by myself talking to a camera. But for me, it's nice to kind of get that social interaction through the comments and things like that. So it's really nice. Yeah, and so, you know, YouTube has really just been a great outlet for me because, y'all, like, the last year was, you know, it wasn't the most fun year for me. And, you know, just making YouTube videos and uploading them, and it's really, really been good for me, and I have really, really enjoyed it. And so, yeah, if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. But just the fact that you're watching is more than enough, and I really, really appreciate that. So I don't know. I hope I can get to 10,000 subscribers this year, but if I don't, that's totally fine, because for me, you know, numbers are important, but the people are more important. And I appreciate the people that come back and continue to watch my videos. And also, I love having new people come and watch my videos as well. But it's just the people. You know, you all have just been absolutely wonderful. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to this year. I'm hoping that I make that milestone, but either way, I am, you know, very happy with my channel and the progress that has come along the way. And yeah, it's been a fun ride. So I will be making a video about my 2023 crochet plans and goals. I have already started working on it and gathering information and stuff like that, which brings me to another goal that I have, is that I want to do a better job with record keeping with my projects and things like that throughout the year, so I don't have to go back and find stuff later. So I need to figure out how I am going to do that. But yeah, so I will be coming out with a crochet goals video in the coming weeks. And yeah, I'm so excited. So I do have a link in my description box for all of my favorite knitting tools and supplies if you want to check that out. And also check out my YouTube community tab, because as I said, I love interacting with you all, and I have a lot of fun questions in there that I enjoy asking you all, and I love the participation there. It's really nice to kind of see like what y'all are thinking, or what do you recommend, or stuff like that. So it's really cool. And let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you're working on right now. Like, what are your whips? What do you work on while watching? I would love to know. Or maybe you just chilled. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, so if you want to support my channel, I will leave my Ko-Fi link below. And I also wanted to say, thank you so much to the people that have donated on my Ko-Fi link. Like, when I made it, I really didn't know, you know, where it was going to go, what it was going to do. But yeah, thank you all so much for the support that I have gotten thus far. Like, it's so cool. I feel like just watching my videos is supporting my channel, but you know, for those that have went ahead and went on my Ko-Fi page, like that's really cool. So thank you so much for watching. To continue watching my videos, you can just simply click on one of the videos on the end screen. So until next time, bye. Sometimes oops, there's a fly in here. That made me jump. Oh my goodness. Anyway.